Hi everyone, I'm here today to demonstrate my Solis Sl90, which I have for sale on eBay. I have previously listed this for parts only because I had broken the water tank in the back and I was not able to get a replacement. So prior to breaking in, I knew that the unit was working, but there was no way to tell or demonstrate whether it was still working after having not used it for several months. I'm a big fan of espresso machines. I own several and have sold several on eBay. Obviously, some of those are not espresso, but after I get tired or want a new machine, it's my hobby. I like espresso machines. This machine is a particularly a good machine. It's Swiss made, and the first thing I'm going to do is demonstrate that the water is coming out clear. I'm going to give you a cup without the portafilter so that you can see that the water's clear, and then we'll take the temperature. Ideally, it'd be somewhere between 140 and 160, and we'll use this handy thermometer that's set a little bit 80 right now. So the switch is here on and off, and this is to heat up here, and it gets very hot. You wouldn't want to keep your hand there. Here is the amount of cups, 1 or 2 cups. I would start with 1 cup because 2 cup is very full, so you have to play with it. When you first turn it on, this will be red. You have to wait till you get the steady green light. Here is the strength of the coffee, how strong you want it. I'm going to go up to 6. It goes up to 6 and then goes back down to 0 when you press it. And finally, here is the frothing unit, which I'll show you at the end. I found a replacement tank that doesn't fit it the way it should. My husband modified it, and it's not going to go anywhere. I'll show you at the end, but it's a good option until you get the replacement tank. Also, make sure that you check the eBay photos closely, because I did take pictures of the inside of the boiler so that you can see that there's no calcification. Usually when you buy a used espresso machine, and you open it up and you look at the hoses, the inlets, outlets, you'll see the calcification in there. It's really cruddy looking and chalky. If you look at my pictures closely, it's perfect inside because I am meticulous about decalcifying my machines. So let's start off with this, and let's make 1 cup. What you're going to get is a 1 spurt, then it'll stop, and then you'll get a second spurt, and this is the same for 2 cups. And that's how this particular machine works. I've actually have never had a machine that works that way. So, except for this one, you know, the other ones, the Gaggias, the Italian ones, I don't never have one that does this. I'm going to get the thermometer ready. And the cup. Once it's about to stop, this light will move over to red when it's just about ready to stop. And as you can see, a cup is a lot for this machine. So I would play around with it and see what's better for you. 1 cup, 2 cups. Let's just stop. Okay. And that's about right, 1 cup. Now we're going to take this cup and we're going to pour it in my measuring cup and set it to the side here a second and take a look at the thermometer, and as it steadily goes up. And the longer you let the machine heat up, you should get a little bit of higher temperature, somewhere between 140 and 160. Oops, I had it up there so it wasn't completely all in. Okay, so we have a little bit over 140, and I just tested it before. I had it hanging at the top, that's why it went down a little bit. But I got it, I would say, about 155. So that's really nice temperature. And as for the water, you can see it's clean. no minerals or calcium at the bottom. Okay, let's throw this one out. And let's see how much water I have in my tank. I do have enough. Okay. I'm going to do another cup. This time I'm going to use a portafilter. Give me a minute. I'm going to set you down here. Take a look at the measuring cup while I get my portafilter ready. Because it's something to make coffee. Because it's something you can't put on with just one hand. All right, so my portafilter is ready. It's a double portafilter. And we're going to look at it from the side. Here we go again. 1 cup. The stream coming out of the portafilter, I'd say it's pretty nice, but if you want to get a new insert, maybe you get the flow going a lot faster, but you'll see that this one does start to flow. Sometimes you get a bubble like that at the end and at the tip. You gotta break that bubble when it starts to come out. Today's decided that just a minute ago it was flowing, but it's still working. I have my Gaggia there, it does the same thing. So does my Magnifica for that matter. It's got a bubble in there, but it is working. Now it decides to come out. Anyway, let's pour that one in again so you can see. And there it is again, nice and clear. Let's see if we can get a temperature going here. Okay. Got this one a little over 140 again. Okay, so that's nice. Water's clear. We're gonna throw this out. I think we have just about enough water in our tank to demonstrate the frother. Okay, so with the frother, you're going to turn the switch on. The light's gonna blink red. It might take a minute or so. This light will automatically turn off, and it might take a minute or so for the frother to turn green. Now, because I don't have milk or anything in there, it's going to splash a little bit, but naturally when you have milk, that won't happen. You'll put that frother right inside your milk and you'll be able to steam it. You got to give it a little bit of time because it's transitioning over from pumping for the coffee and then going over to, yeah, so there it is. Now it's green. Okay, this is going to come out strong, so I'm going to step back. And that's about it because I don't want to get burned, but you can see it works. Now you turn it off. Let me wipe this down. Like I said, when you have milk in there, that should not happen. Okay, now, here's something really important that you need to know. When you turn this frother off and you want to go back to coffee, it's not going to work. See, I'm going to press. It will not make coffee. Why is that? Well, because you first have to vent the frother. A lot of people don't realize that. If you go to Starbucks, you'll see the baristas doing that. So the way to vent the frother is you don't turn it back on. Sorry. You just turn it, go like this. And let it run without being turned on. Let it run a little bit. That might be enough. Let's see. I don't know how long it's in. There you go. And see, that stops the light, the blinking, and you're ready to make coffee again. In this case, we're not going to make coffee again because we already know that that's working. So what we're going to do now is show you the modifications, the neat modifications that my husband made to this unit so that the buyer will be able to use it until such time they replace the water tank. I'm going to put that there. Okay, and I'm going to turn it off because it's electric. I don't want to mess around with anything electric. Water. And then I'm going to twist it here. It's hot so that you can see. Oh, by the way, this here, it goes in. It's a little difficult, but it does go in to shorten the length of the cord. Now, this tank here came from an Espresso almost burned myself a bit, D300 machine. If you go like this, to the right or to the left, it's not going anywhere. But here, you got to be careful, okay? I don't think it's going anywhere. You really got to push hard on it, but it's not going anywhere. And I've tried many tanks, replacement tanks, because I was having trouble finding the Solis. Anyway, this one seems to work the best. So I'm going to take it off and show you the modification that he made. In a minute, because I gotta get it in there. Okay, as you can see, the water doesn't come out. And let's empty out the water so I can show you what my husband did. Okay, there's the inlet. And underneath here, in order for the little screen to go up, my husband put a stainless steel screw. Stainless steel because obviously you don't want brass or anything else there because you're going to be drinking this water, so stainless steel is the way to go, just like the springs that are in there. So that puts pressure when we stick it in here. It puts pressure on the spring, causing it to come up, and you'll see the bubbles, and it allows the machine to pump the water. So as I said, this way, you're okay. This way, I think you would be okay too, but you know, if you put it up against the wall, you should be fine. I think it's a great modification, and considering that I am still selling it for the same price as it was when I thought or didn't know whether it was working or not, $95 is a great price. This machine is over $200. And the other thing is that the shipping is pretty heavy. The shipping is on you. I don't make any money off the shipping. In fact, I lose 10% on the shipping because eBay takes their 10% cut. And I don't charge a handling fee. What I do is I measure the machine and figure out what box it would fit in best. This one looks like a 16 by 16 by 16. Then I weigh it, and according to the zip code where it's going to be delivered, that's what's charged for shipping. Those are the actual charges by FedEx. I do use FedEx. I don't ship to P.O. boxes, and you don't use priority mail because it's too expensive. And that's it. I hope you like this machine and you will consider buying it. Again, given the ones that are out there, this one is in really nice shape, except for the missing water tank. I do have the cover to the other water tank, so I'll send that in the event that you do find the water tank. And thanks for looking. Bye.